Curious as to what the weather's going to be like on your wedding day? Go to brideaccess.com, click on the weather link, and there you can receive a customized weather outlook for your wedding day. Compliments of KSL Live 5 Weather and brideaccess.com.
Tell me you will be my wife.
We're here with Mike from Remember When Films to get expert advice on how to make your wedding day absolutely perfect. Mike, tell us, what are these things that we need to know? I know you've worked with lots and lots and lots of brides over the years, and you have captured so many events, but your way of capturing it has just seemed to it's just so great and so wonderful. And looking back at your films, it's such a bright, beautiful day. How have you done that?
Well, we want to help the bride really have a good day. If, a wedding film goes way beyond the actual videography. If she has a fun time, that shows on the film. If she's hot, cold, hungry, stressed, or tired, that shows too.
Those don't happen.
Oh, all the time. So our goal is to meet with her first and help her plan the day. I've done 2,700 weddings, so I can kind of go through her timeline, help her identify problems that she's going to run across, and offer easy solutions to help her have, avoid those problems.
Like eating?
Yeah, like eating. And then we'll make suggestions on things that maybe she's not doing that would really be fun. Wedding videos are about making people laugh and cry, so we want her to have a really good, fun time so that we have some good memories.
That sounds so much like directing a real movie, don't you think? I mean, you are the bride's wedding director.
It is. It's just like, you want a wedding film, you need a director to really direct the whole experience. We're the only vendor that is there for everything. We work with the bride before the wedding, after the wedding, and all day on the wedding.
Wow.
Most vendors don't even show up, or if they do, it's just for their part. So we want to make sure she has a good time, even on things that we're not filming, because they affect the things that we do film.
Give us some typical disasters that you have seen, okay? And then also
way to be on the positive side.
Some solutions,
The most common problem with a Utah wedding is that the reception begins early, 15 to 30 minutes. People have learned as guests that if they can come early, they don't have to wait in line, they can get out of there. So you find particularly all the old folks, they'll show up early. Now, what happens then, the bride who didn't want a line gets a line. The bride who wanted a small line gets a huge line because people start stacking up. And then the bride feels stressed and rushed because she feels like she's behind. She's actually starting on time, but she's got all these people lined up waiting. The other one, the second most common, is eating. The bride just doesn't eat. She runs on adrenaline. Even when she sits down to eat, she's on adrenaline, and friends come up and interrupt her and she doesn't eat. So she actually needs to eat. Temple weddings are probably the worst with that. Ceremonies usually during lunchtime.
There's such a long day sometimes.
Yeah.
I know as a guest, sometimes I feel like, oh, it's a marathon. Will I make it till the food comes?
It's not the day to start your diet.
That's such a good point. I'm going to keep telling people that now. Just remember, temple ring? Okay, eat first.
Yep.
Mike, thank you so much for these great tips. We will have weekly tips from Mike with RememberWhenFilms.com to help make your wedding day absolutely wonderful and to avoid any wedding day pitfalls. For more information and for the best wedding tips, be sure to visit brideaccess.com. Mike, really 2,700? This guy seriously knows what he's talking about. Be sure to tune in.
In our efforts to help you plan your wedding and take out some of the stress, brideaccess.com has a new wedding blog, and it's just for you. Get detailed information from the top wedding professionals in the industry, plus tips from our own brideaccess.com experts. Happy planning from brideaccess.com, where you can find everything you need to plan a wedding, grooms not included.